Shabbat Shalom. Catch this the bar because I'm definitely about to throw it. All praises to the Most High, Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai Ba'ashem, Ruach HaKadosh, for all he's done, all he's doing, and all he's about to do. Now we are in the year 9, halfway through this thing, you hear me? But catch this the bar. So 2 plus 2 equals plus 5 equals 9. And then this is also the year of the chosen. 1 plus 4 plus 4 is 9. The 144,000. And at this time, y'all said he is hiding his elect as he casts judgment upon the nation. So this is a word for individuals as well as a collective. He also said it stands for Tashish, which is the last and largest single digit. Signifies finality, judgment, harvest, fruitfulness, the womb, duality, concealment, truth, loving kindness, the fruit of the Spirit, turning to look upon, hour of prayer, revealing what is inside. There is fruitfulness, multiplication in the building of the house. So we know he is doing a new thing. He's depleting all of the old as he rebuilds. And it talks about, in Hebrew, it represented tet, which is the 9th letter. It's a pictograph of a basket. So what y'all was telling me was, like I said, he's gathering his chosen ones to prepare for his plan, the things that he's doing and about to do. So we know the man-made holiday Easter just passed, and there was also the time of Yahushua's crucifixion. And now what's funny is we know that they use the basket to gather eggs. Eggs are a form of children. And it's also funny because the bunny rabbit represented the unconscious, things that are hidden in the unknown. This is the time also of the good and evil. Now, if you go back to Genesis, when Yah told us not to eat from the tree of good and evil, because we was already created in his image, meaning we saw things the way they were supposed to be. When we ate the forbidden fruit, we saw things in division, good or evil, when they're both the same. We all once have been evil. We have evil thoughts, just like we all have good thoughts. We can be either or, but the thing is understanding an equal balance in the two. That's the way Yah created things. He created it that way so they could balance each other out. You can't have one without the other. That's duality. It's also year of the serpent. The serpent is a representation of wisdom. Now, this depiction that I'm using is a skin that my baby was eating. Metaphorically, I feel like y'all was saying, just like the serpent sheds his skin, this is the time of things being shedded. The old no longer can continue. Old ways of thinking, old ways of doing, old ways of being. Old places you used to go, like as in the individual, but also as a collective. This fake stuff that they've been doing and teaching us, it no longer can exist. Like, it's over with. At this hour and this time, Yah is making sure that he shed light on the truth. And it said to surround, a knot, a twist, or a spiral. So that's what also the serpent does. It makes a spiral. It curls around. So I had a vision of the serpent sitting up facing me. And it was funny because it's like the serpent was telling me to face myself. That's the only way you're able to shed the old to get to the new. You have to face yourself. See yourself outside of yourself. And that's what I had to do in my life. He's also doing that to the ones who've been doing things they know weren't right. He's making them see themselves outside of themselves. It just so happened when I was watching Supergirl last night, it was so funny because the Wicked Witch on there, in the end, she raised up the spirit that looked like a devil. Well, it couldn't take over Supergirl, so she spiraled around her like a tornado and made her face it as if she was facing herself. And that's how she was able to defeat her. What's funny is that many people who are evil and love power and control cannot face themselves. They cannot stand to be treated the way they treat others. Catch this, the bar, baby. And that's the golden rule that y'all make sure he lets be known. Treat people the way you want to be treated. If you don't want to be treated like that, why do you think it's okay to treat somebody else like that? Like, come on now. But let's get back into it. He also talked about Yahushua's crucifixion. He was crucified in the 9th hour, which is divine judgment. And he took me to scripture, Matthew 27:46. Yahushua cried out, my God, why have you forsaken me? And it was a symbolism of his suffering and feeling of being abandoned by Yah as he takes on the sins of humanity. So at the time, he was going through a lot. Like, I'm talking about, of course, we know they killed him, as they say. And he felt as if Yah wasn't there for him. But Yah's always there. Sometimes Yah gets quiet just to test you to see if you're still going to believe in him. Are you going to continue to have faith? Or are you going to turn against him just because he's not saying anything or he's not saving you at that time? One thing is your pain and suffering never goes in vain. He's always there. You just got to believe. You got to trust. You got to have faith in him no matter what it looked like. So he also took me to scripture, a couple of different scriptures pertaining to that. And one of them was Hebrew 12, 4 through 12. He kept showing me 12, but I'm going to read 4 through 12. Ye have not resisted unto blood, striving against sin, and ye have forgotten the exhortation which speaketh unto you as unto children. My son, despise not thou the chastising of the Lord, nor faint when thou art rebuked of him. For whom the Lord loveth, he chastiseth and scourgeth every son whom he received. If ye endure chastising, God dealeth with you as with sons. For what son is he whom the Father chastises not? But if ye be without chastisement, whereof all are partakers, then are ye bastards and not sons. Furthermore, we have had fathers of our flesh, which corrected us, and we have them reverence. Shall we not much further be in subjection unto the Father of spirits and live? For they verily for a few days chastises us after their own pleasure, but he for our profit, that we might be partakers of his holiness. Now no chastising for the present seemed to be joyous, but grievous. Nevertheless, afterward it yield the peaceable fruit of righteousness unto them which are exercised thereby. Wherefore lift up the hands which hang down and the feeble knees. So he's letting you know that he's not chastising you to hurt you, but he's chastising you so he can teach you, so you can learn. Because most of us, if you have children, you understand that you must chastise your children in order for them to learn. Because if not, they just continue to do the same thing over and over again and see nothing wrong with what they're doing. Just like you. You continue to do the same thing over and over again. Just illiterate. Me too. If we're not chastised. So he also took me to the 9 fruits of the Spirit, which is in Galatians 5:22-23, and then 1 Corinthians 12:8-10. So I'm going to read Galatians first. And it says, but the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, self-control. Against such things there is no law. So, as I said, turn away from evil, having kindness, goodness, being faithful, gentle, having self-control, having love, because love above all conquers a multitude of sins, and having joy in your time of suffering, being patient, knowing that trouble don't last always, and having peace in heart, knowing that you are going to get to where you need to be after your time of suffering, just like Yahusha did. He rose up and became one with the Father. And it's funny because on the time, it was 1:44 when I was doing this, so I know this was a Zabah. Okay, so in 1 Corinthians, it says, For to one is given by the Spirit the word of wisdom, to another the word of knowledge by the same Spirit, to another faith by the same Spirit, to another the gifts of healing by the same Spirit, to another the working of miracles, to another prophecy, to another discerning of the spirits, to another divers kind of tongues, to another the interpretation of tongues. But all these works that one in the self same Spirit, dividing to every man severely as he will. But these are 9 spirits that are given by the Most High. You cannot receive these spirits unless the Most High give them to you. And once you actually understand how he operates, he begins to pour out these spirits unto you. And you begin to understand. He teaches you his spirit, his ways. He also took me to Tashi, which is 9 or 9th, to look about, to gaze, indicating a sense of completion or fullness. That means to focus and pay attention. Finality, meaning, like I said, completion. Things are they're done. Harvest, overflow, abundance. He's giving plentiful to those who actually rise up with him, who actually grow through the changes. And then he took me to the womb, the truth, in the hour of prayer, what is concealed inside. These are things that are being given unto us. He is letting it be known that at the time I'm revealing it. Pay attention to what I am doing. Stay prayed up. Keep your eyes, mind, soul, heart, everything focused solely on me. Because he's never going to lead you astray. But the flesh will. Don't pay attention to what it look like, but pay attention to what the Most High is telling you. Get out of the flesh and get in the spirit. I hope this word helps many understand what is going on at this time. I love you, but the Most High loves you more. And I will be back with another Zabah. Keep your head up and stay prayed up. Shalom.